My child, stop. Do not scroll past this. Do not treat what I am about to say lightly. I am speaking to you directly. What I need to tell you cannot wait. The end of the world is coming, and the proof is already unfolding in the world. I brought you to this word because you need to hear what is coming before it is too late. It is not a coincidence you are here. It is not random. It has always been you. My child, I know why you are tired. I know the weight of living in a world that feels like it is unraveling. You look around, and something inside you knows that what is happening is not normal. Wars you cannot explain. Weather that should not be possible. Nations rising against nations. The love of many growing cold. You feel it. You have always felt it. That quiet unease that tells you something is coming, something large, something final, something that cannot be stopped. You are not wrong to feel that way. You were made to sense the times. I told my servant Matthew long ago, you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of the sorrows. My child, I am not reciting history to you. I am showing you a mirror. Look at the world, not with fear, but with understanding. Every sign I described is written in the headlines of this generation. I told my servant Daniel that at the time of the end, many would travel rapidly, and knowledge would increase. Knowledge doubles every year now. I told my servant Paul that in the last days, people would be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, proud, brutal, without self-control, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of me. Read that list. Read it slowly. And then look at the culture surrounding you and tell me it does not match what I described 2,000 years ago. These are not coincidences. This is fulfillment. And I brought you here so you would recognize it. But my child, I did not bring you here only to show you the signs. I brought you here because I know what these things do to a human heart. I know the fear that rises when you look at the news. I know the despair that sets in when it feels like the world is accelerating toward something dark and uncontrollable. I know your secret fears, the ones you have not spoken aloud, the ones you carry in the quiet places of your heart where no one else can see. You have felt weak, but I am your strength. You have felt lost, but I am your guide. You have felt empty, but I am your fullness. When you could not carry yourself another step, I carried you. That is why you are still here, not because you were strong enough, because I never let you go. And I need you to hear this, because the enemy will use what I am about to say against you if you let him. He will take every sign, every headline, every shaking thing and whisper, "See, it is hopeless." He will use the very proof I gave you to recognize the times and try to turn it into an instrument of despair. He is a liar. He has always been a liar. Do not give him that ground. Think of the nights you felt peace come out of nowhere, a calm that had no logical source, arriving when everything said panic. Think of the mornings you woke up with just enough strength to take one more step, when the night before you were certain you had nothing left. Think of the times you expected to break completely, yet somehow you did not. That was me. I was the calm that settled your racing mind. I was the breath that filled your lungs when despair pressed in. I was the strength that rose inside you when you thought you had none left. You did not survive those seasons because you were strong enough. You survived because I was holding you. And I do not let go of what is mine. My love for you is not fragile. It is unbreakable. Why carry what I have already carried for you? The weight on your shoulders, the fear of what is coming, the uncertainty about the future, the grief of watching the world shift. Lay it down. I have already paid the price for your freedom from that weight. You do not have to carry it. I am proud of you, my child. I see the quiet strength it takes to keep going when everything inside you wants to stop. I see the way you have held your faith when the evidence of these days made doubt seem reasonable. I see the mornings you chose to get up when giving up would have been easier. I see all of it, and I am proud of you. Do not measure yourself by the standards of a world that is passing away. The world says you are only valuable if you succeed, if you are certain, if you are never afraid. But I say you are valuable because you are mine. Your worth has never been tied to your courage. It has always been tied to my love. And my love does not waver when you are afraid. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are my child. And that is not a title I give lightly. I know there are wounds in your heart that go back years. Times when people you trusted turned away. Times when friends walked out and left you standing in the ruins of broken promises. Times when the ones you loved the most were the ones who hurt you the deepest. You wondered, if people leave so easily, maybe I am not worth staying for. But I tell you the truth. I never left. Not once. Not for one heartbeat. Not for one tear. Not for one moment of your darkest night. While others saw only your weakness, I saw treasure. While others judged your failures, I saw the battles you were fighting. While others gave up on you, I held on tighter. I walked with you, even when your feet led you into dark places. I spoke softly to your heart, even when you did not want to listen. I protected you from things that could have destroyed you completely. I am not like people who withdraw when they are disappointed. I am the friend who stays closer than any other. I am the father who does not abandon his child. Now I must speak to you about what is coming after. The breakthrough I am preparing for you will not be small. It will be like water bursting out of a rock in the desert when you had stopped believing water was possible. It will be like light flooding a room that has been locked in darkness for years. It will be like chains falling to the ground with a sound so loud you cannot deny that freedom has come. The same places where you have wept will become the places where you laugh again. The same nights you thought would never end will be the very nights you look back on as the turning point. The same battles you thought would define you as broken will become the testimony you carry to show others that I am faithful. This is not wishful thinking. This is the pattern of my faithfulness throughout all of human history. I do not waste suffering. I do not leave stories unfinished. And your story is not finished. My child, I also need to warn you. The enemy knows that fear is one of his most powerful tools in the last days. He will use every platform, every voice, every headline to fill you with dread. He will whisper that it is too late, that you are too small, that nothing you do matters because everything is ending anyway. He will remind you of your past mistakes and try to convince you that your failures disqualify you from my protection. They do not. I have already forgiven you. I have already washed you clean. The cross is your proof. My grace is your covering. You are not disqualified. You are mine. Guard what you allow into your mind in the days ahead. You do not have to consume everything placed before you. You are allowed to step back from the noise. You are allowed to be still. In the stillness, you will hear me clearly, steadily, without confusion. I do not speak through panic. I speak through peace. There are things I need you to do as these days unfold. Stay in my word, not as obligation, but because my word is the one thing in this world that does not shift. When every other voice contradicts itself, my word stands. Let it fill the places where fear tries to settle. Stay in prayer. Honest conversation. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you cannot understand. I am not looking for impressive words. I am looking for your heart. Stay connected to people who know me. The days ahead are not days for isolation. The early believers did not survive persecution by scattering. They survived by staying together. Find people who are awake to the times, rooted in truth, who will speak life to you when fear tries to speak louder. Stay close to them. Guard that community. It is one of the gifts I have given you for exactly these days. And be careful with the voices you allow to speak into your life. Not everyone will understand what I am doing in you. Some will doubt. Some will discourage. Some, out of their own fear, will try to convince you that what I have promised will not happen. Do not let their words shake what I have placed in your spirit. You do not need human approval for my word to be true. And look up. Look up, for your redemption draws near. Look forward, for your story is not finished. Look within, for my spirit is alive in you. Look around, for signs of my faithfulness are already appearing, even in the middle of everything that is shaking. My child, the end of the world, as it currently exists, is not the end of everything. It is the end of everything that is broken, everything that is twisted away from what I made it to be. I am making all things new. A new heaven and a new earth, where there is no more mourning, no more crying, no more pain, where every tear is wiped away by my own hand, where the darkness that has haunted humanity is finally, permanently, forever gone. That is what is coming after the end. That is what I am preparing you for. The peace that stirs in your spirit as these words wait you. That is me. That is real. Hold on to it. It is stronger than everything the world is throwing at you. The end of the world is not the end of you. It is only the beginning. Hold on. Stay close. Keep your eyes on me. I have never left you, and I am not starting now.